Do you remember what we studied about writing? Of course you do. We first learned number one, every sentence begins with a capital letter. The students are at home now. What's the first word? The. What's the first letter of the? T. And yes, the T has a capital letter. Then we learned that every sentence finishes with a period. I am a teacher. Period. We use a period with affirmative and negative statements. If you don't use a period, you can use a question mark. Are you hungry? Why are you hungry? We use a question mark with yes/no questions and information questions. Or, if you don't use a period or a question mark, you can use an exclamation mark. Wow, it's really cold today, when you are expressing a strong feeling. So today we're going to take a look at number 3. And number 3 is, what you need to remember when you are writing, is that every sentence has a verb. Let's look at some sentences. I English every day. Is this a good sentence? Is there a verb? No, it's a bad sentence. How about I study English every day? Is this a good sentence? Yes. Why is it a good sentence? Because we have the verb study. How about John in the evening? Do we know what John does in the evening? Do we have an action verb? No. So no verb is a bad sentence. John watches TV in the evening. Now there is a verb. What's the verb? Watches. So yes, it's a good sentence. How about the students always their homework? Do we have a verb? No, we don't. So it's a bad sentence. The students always do their homework. Now we have the verb. What's the verb? Do. Yep, that's a good sentence. Verbs tell us two important things. They tell us the time of the action, and we call this the verb tense. The verb tense we are studying now is the simple present tense. There are 12 verb tenses in the English language. In level 1, we study the simple present tense and the present continuous. The simple present tense tells us the action is repeated. For example, I watch TV every day. So, when do I watch TV? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I go grocery shopping on Sundays. When do I go grocery shopping? Every Sunday. The verb also tells us what action the subject does. Tina teaches English at George Brown College. What is the verb tense? Simple present tense. What is the verb? It's the action verb teach. Okay, what have you learned about verbs today? You learned that a verb tells us what the subject is doing. It tells us the action. You also learn a verb tells us when the action is done, the time, with simple present time expression, and the time is the verb tense. What else do you need to know about the verb? Well, you need to know that the subject and the verb agree. Remember when you learned the verb to be, you learned that there are different forms for each subject? What's the verb to be with I? Yes, I am. You are. He, she, it is. We are. You are. They are. How many different forms are there? There are 3. Am, are, is. There are different forms with the simple present tense of action verbs too. The subject and the verb agree. This means you need the correct form, the correct spelling of the verb with each subject. The subject and verb agree. I eat breakfast every day. You eat breakfast every day. He eats breakfast every day. She eats breakfast every day. You eat breakfast every day. We eat breakfast every day. They eat breakfast every day. Let's look at the verbs. Are they all the same? No, they are different. Look at the verbs with the subject he and she. What letter do you see at the end of the verb? Yes, the letter S. In the simple present tense, the verb with the subjects he, she, it always ends with an S. In your grammar work, you learned the spelling rules. Let's review them now. If the verb ends in vowel plus Y, just add S. I buy coffee at Tim Hortons every day. What's the verb? Buy. What are the last two letters? U-Y. U is a vowel, so when we make a sentence with he, we say, he buys a coffee at Tim Hortons every day. You just add an S. I play backgammon every day. Look at the last two letters, A-Y. A is a vowel, so what happens when you say she? She plays backgammon every day. You just add an S. If the verb ends in a consonant in Y, you change the Y to I and add ES. I study at George Brown College. What's the verb? Study. What are the two letters? D-Y. D is a consonant. So when we say my brother, you're going to change the Y to I and add ES. My brother studies at George Brown College. We cry at sad movies. What's the verb? Cry. What are the last two letters? R-Y. R, is it a vowel? No. R, is it a consonant? Yes. So we need to change the Y to I and add ES. He cries at sad movies. For Wednesday, March 25th, please do the following work. Pages 319, 320, 321, and 322. Read and do the exercises. If you have any questions, please email me at tintini@georgebrown.ca. Thank you.